Hi guys. So a member of the SNP asked a question during question time in the House of Commons. So let's hear what he had to say, and I want you to listen to Michael Gove. Michael Gove had to respond to the question. I want you to listen to what Michael Gove says when he responds.
Does he truly believe withholding the sovereign right of the Scottish people is a sustainable position going forward? And while protecting the sovereignty of the UK, is he prepared to deny the sovereignty of Scotland?
Okay, so what is the question here? Basically, why are you denying us a referendum? Why are you talking about defending UK sovereignty, but you won't allow us to be sovereign? You won't allow us Scots to have a second referendum?
Well, I know that it is the case that the Scottish Nationalist Party will always...
So, did you hear what he said? It's the case of the Scottish Nationalist Party. So, this is not the first Tory to do this. Many Tories do this. They deliberately mispronounce the name of the SNP. You know, the Scottish Nationalist Party. It's the Scottish National Party. You know, now if you're listening to this, you're probably saying, "Oh, what's the difference? He used the wrong word." No, it's very important because this is an attempt by the Tories to dehumanize, to degrade the opposition here, the SNP. They have complete contempt for the SNP. You know, this was the case also with the Remainers. When the Remainers were asking questions of Boris Johnson or Michael Gove, they'd respond with these snarky remarks. And now that the Remainers are gone, and the main, opposition apart from the Tories is the SNP, they have complete contempt for the Scots and the SNP. And instead of actually using their name correctly, they use this childish, juvenile response. But Michael Gove is not the only one who does it. You know, you can just say the Scottish National Party. I think you have gone to school and you can understand the difference in the sound between national and nationalist.
I don't know why. I'm sorry. Facts are shields that win a ding, as Robert Burns said. I'm afraid the representatives of...
See, and what does he do here? He changes the direction of the discourse. So the question was, why are you attempting to deny us a second referendum? And now he's talking about, what name do I call you? See the way he has changed the direction of the debate, of the question. He's no longer answering the question. He's changing his response into something completely unrelated.
On that bench are nationalists. They are nationalists. They put the separation the smashing up of the United Kingdom ahead of anything else. Some of them are personally decent and kind people, but I'm afraid...
And here we have the condescending, talking down to these people. Some of them are nice people, but some of them are not nice people. Complete disrespect. Treat them as professional people. Treat them as elected members of Parliament. I'm not talking about treating them with airs and graces. There's a certain amount of respect that you're supposed to give to other members of Parliament because they have been put there by the people. You don't have to like them, but you have to respect their position. But Michael Gove has no respect for the SNP, and he has no respect for the people of Scotland. The Tories have zero respect for the people of Scotland, and I don't want to go on a rant here, but I honestly don't understand why there are people in Scotland who continue to vote for the Conservative Party. Because the Conservatives have zero interest in the welfare of the Scottish people. I don't care if you've been voting out of tradition. Please point Point me in the direction of something that the Conservative Party have done to the benefit of the Scottish people. Please.
The nationalists. And the reason they object so much is that when the mask comes off and we recognise the ideological heart of the SNP.
And so what he's attempting to do is he's going to use the loaded language of nationalist and say, well, the Scots are the same. Well, the Scot, we all know how bad nationalists are. We know, we have ample examples of how bad nationalists are throughout history. And he's attempting to use the same identifier with the SNP. Instead of actually saying, okay, what do the SNP stand for? The SNP are a progressive party. They're an open party. They're anti-racism. They're anti-austerity, things like this. The complete opposite of the Conservatives. The Conservatives are the party who are pro-racism and pro-austerity. And why am I bringing austerity into this? Because austerity is a mechanism to steal from poor people. And generally the poorest, in many cases, are ethnic minorities and immigrants, for example. So you have two parties, one who's actually caring about people and the other who doesn't give a crap about people. And now you have a minister here attempting to use loaded language to respond to a question from an elected MP. You see how he didn't respond to the actual question. And I've seen this on numerous occasions, how a member of the SNP asks a question and the Tory on the other side doesn't respond to that question. They start talking about something else. Complete and utter disregard, complete and utter disrespect, not just for that SNP member, but for the people who put that SNP member in Parliament. But what more is there to say? I just hope that members of the public in Scotland see this and see how, even if you disagree with the SNP, you have to see how the Tories have complete disrespect and disregard for the members of Parliament who are put there by the Scots.